Friday. And you know what that means. It's Minecraft time. Or it could just be Friday. I don't know. It's up to you. But yes, hello everybody. How are you doing? Hmm. Hmm. I see you got the first kitty. You're the dino nugget of the day. Just have me some cold water. And I guess we get into everything. Also, 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 I finally did what I was trying to do yesterday, or not yesterday, but I guess technically Wednesday. So if you see in the top left of the screen, I figure if I'm going to work on the build, I can include the video that I'm using. And so, yeah. So I wanted to add that last time when I accidentally clicked the wrong button and started the stream by accident. But yeah. So now you'll get to see what I am doing and what's going to be and everything. Hello, Kitty. How are you? I'm doing good. I made pizza and calzones from scratch today, and I'm so proud of myself. No. Did I leave this open? Oh my gosh, that's super bad. Please tell me none of them got out. No, 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 no. Oh, okay. Okay, they didn't get out. Honestly, I was just hoping that the ocelots didn't get out because those will be the most annoying ones to try to catch. Okay. But yeah, this is where we ended. This is how much we've done so far. We basically just have all four walls up. And all four walls basically mimic each other. And this, that, and whatever. But yes. Oh, and they were delicious. They were really good. Yeah. How are you, kitty? It's all well done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. I like have a giant fear of like I like baking, but when it comes to making things with dough, I have a giant fear of using like yeast. And so it's like a big accomplishment for me to get the like yeast down and stuff and have like the yeast actually work and everything. And so like when I saw that it was working, I was all like, yes. And I was like, nothing could go wrong after this, and nothing did go wrong, and I was so happy. And yeah, pandas, pandas. I wonder if I should put one on top. I might. Who knows? I'm good. I have been working on the island thing. Is that what you've been working on? No. There. Jeez, nice. I still have no way to do the wings. I'm trying to figure out, like, honestly, at the same time, I also don't know where I want to put them either. Because I want them to be somewhere near that if I do actually want to, like, use them, I can. But I still need, like, a general area for them. Well, let's see. Okay, so... So yeah, so this is what we were working on, and... Oh... Oh yeah, awesome. It is September, which you know what that means. September starts. And this one is a little bit different as always because they always keep changing how it is. But yeah, So as you can see, there's a timer and it says, that's right, your favorite made-up holiday is here again, and it's the perfect time to support your favorite streamer with a whole month worth of sub savings. The September, the September, your fairy mod mother is manifesting more magical offerings, and the help of this year's sponsor, Novovo Legends, the longer the sub, the more you save. So 20% off first month sub, 25% off 3-month subs, and 30% off 6-month subs. So yeah. So basically you can pay for like longer subs. Cause like I know for like some people I do like a 6 month, so I don't have to like worry about it every month and everything. And so if you do like a 6-month resub, then you get to save 30% off. But even if you just do either every month by month one, you get the 20% off. So either way, you're still getting a little bit of savings. It could do more, but you know, it's better than nothing though. Let's see. Some of the creative world. Have you been working on the tree? Is that what you've been working on? What is it? Every 3 potash andesite and andesite wall looks like. Oh, and then the column. So hi, Durgan. How are you today? Happy Friday. It's Friday. That's Friday. And this and that. Oh, and walls. Okay. So it's 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I don't know how much we're gonna get done, but the plan is to work on this majority of the stream unless I get distracted. And then white column. So yeah, so I figured I wanted to try to like do this kind of setup whenever I like start working on like a build where I'm using like a video to be able to like, so you guys can like see along with me. Brick stairs.
Wassies.
Oh. Brick stairs, andesite, this and that. Kind of just been working on stuff around. Tree is done. Have you thought about what we talked about at the end of one of the last stream? New peeps? I have. Or wait. At the end of last stream, as in last Friday stream? Because if we're talking about last Friday stream, then I have sent stuff out. When they look at it, I don't know, but I have done that. Also, Green, you're back. Hi, Green, I've missed you. How are you, Green? This, that. One of the last ones. Kitty, I don't know if you mean Wednesday because you were here Wednesday even though it was for an hour, or if you mean Friday because Friday is when we really actually talked about it. But I did send them something, but I don't know. I have to wait for them to, I don't know if they're busy, but I did send out stuff though. If we're talking about Friday. I think Friday. Yes. Then yes, I did. And I didn't like straight out say, but I did send the invite though. Yeah, but like me when your mom. Oh my gosh. I'm Mickle. What the fuck? I'll tell Ian. Don't make me tell Ian you're being rude. How are you? I'm gonna say, me and Cryptid have our connections. We can easily just telepathically tell Ian when one of his viewers are being mean. Mm-mm-mm. 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 Okay, so basically I'm assuming that we basically are just finishing and doing this up the whole entire way. You are mom, he. I am not mom. Why I am my that English? Why am I mom? When did I agree to being mom? Mm-mm-mm. Hey, Kitty told me earlier that the blueberry thingy has a new friend now. Are the both of them you're doing? Wait, the blueberry thingy has a new friend now? I don't know about that. I don't know about blueberry having a new friend. Uh, you are the one who told me of them. I have no idea about Blueberry's new friend. I didn't even know Blueberry had a new friend. I am lost about the whole Blueberry situation. No, like your mom. My mom is asleep because she works nights. And invisible blocks is still a thing in 1.19.2, which is amazing. I'll have to find please fix. It's really annoying. I'm too sleepy to make English English. Oh my gosh, are you lost in the sauce? I am lost in the sauce. That's because Cryptic got all the sauce. Cryptid's goaded in the sauce. I am lost in it. Cryptid has too much. So no, I do not understand because of that. Mm-hmm. And Bluey was even at it. I came on earlier to trade and Peachy was there. Peachy? No clue where it came from. Wait a minute. What was Peachy at it? Cause I just went over there. You can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before yesterday. It might have been yesterday, I think. Pretty sure I went over there yesterday to go trade with Green's villagers, and I don't remember seeing a Peachy, so I have no clue, Green. I am in the dark. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Pet chat. Chat gets pets, even though chat's being mean. But how are you, Mickle? Besides being tired. Ooh, the box go on the end. Do we continue this all around? Yep, continue that all the way around. Let's sleep. I don't have a bed on me, so we had to go in here to get to bed. Yeah, I don't have a bed on me. Oh, I don't know why I don't carry a bed on me. That's a lot of cooked pork chop, but no, shh. We do not mention the pork chops because there are certain people that might be here and they might give me more pork chops and I don't want any more pork chops, okay? Like, you don't understand. If you mention pork chops, they will appear and I don't want any more. I don't need any more pork chops. What is this? Please do not let them be here because I do not want more pork chops. Please do not let them be here because I do not want more pork chops. Please do not let them be here because I do not want nor need any more pork chops. Oh, you're having issues. What issues are you having, Build? Oh, well, that's your fault. I'm sorry. Okay, well, have fun trying to fix that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's not what I meant to put. Stop talking about pork chops. I don't want any more pork chops. Let's say the first 3,000 times of you guys putting pork chops and nothing's happened, so it means they're not here. So obviously I am in the clear. So you're just wasting your time talking about pork chops. You were hoping that Peachy would be pink. You know, that would have been kind of cool. Wait, is Peachy an LA? Do you have 2 LAs now? Because I was about to say, it would be cool if Peachy could be pink. Actually, it would be cool if you could have pink LAs. But then I guess there would be like this whole gender thing, and people would be like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Would pink be the girl and the blue be the boy? But what if the boy wants to be the pink and the girl wants to be the blue and blah, 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 blah. And everybody can be what they want to be. It doesn't matter what color. But the girls can like boy colors that people want to say are boy colors, and boys can like girl colors that people want to say are girl colors. Make them rainbow. If we should be able to name them Jeb and underscore, and then they be rainbow color like the sheeps. I haven't had pork chop in so long. Pork chop is such like a thing that's like, if it's cooked well, it's really good. But if you mess up cooking it, then it's really bad. I would also say I have not had pork chop in a while either, but it's also just because, like I said, they're either done right or when they're done wrong, they are really done wrong. And yoop. But how have you been, Green? How is the unpacking and packing and moving of everything going? Are you almost done? Or are you done? Okay, I got the issues fixed. Congrats. Now you can stop filling up my feed of you joining and leaving. Kind of weird though, because I keep finding allays everywhere. You keep finding allays everywhere? Oh, nah, you know, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. Oh, wait. Yoop, yoop. Colors have no genders. Colors have no genders, but people like to associate colors for certain genders. So while colors don't have to have genders, people will say that this color is more of a girl color, which isn't true because it can be anybody's color. Or this color is more of a boy color, blah, blah, blah. Ka. Oh, hi, Order. How are you? Welcome, welcome. Didn't you say you had like a short week today at work? I am the color. Green is the color. Green is the color. What color? Green color. Let's see. This here. That there. Okay, I think we put all of them on now. Blah, blah, blah. Let color be color. Yes, color should be colors. I'm off and now I take a trip. You take a trip. trip back down memory lane. Are you getting pizza today? Or are you getting the soda today? There's still a lot to do, but it's coming along. I wanted to pop in and say hello, hello, hello. I'm glad you can pop in for a little bit. There's still a lot coming along, but we've got more of it either here or in the garage or in storage now, so we can move at our own pace and not have to worry about too much other stuff. Thanks. I got more pork chops now. Oh, thank you, Greed. I totally was running low on those. Chop box. Yeah. Chop box. I don't need any more pork chops. This is literally the same box that the pork chops came in. I just colored it yellow. Oh my gosh. Also, color is no equal gender. That narrative is always going to be stupid. As true. It's always true and it always will be, but people are always going to be rude about it and not respect people's wishes. How many pork chops do you need? Order, when you accept that invite, you'll be able to find out yourself how many pork chops you'll need. Because I didn't ask for these. But they just, for some reason, seem to always appear. For some reason, I feel like I did that wrong. Oh no, I did that right. Well, to spawn, there will be the chop shop. Yeah, there will be a chop shop for quality of life. Quality of life chop shop, basically. But I've had these chops for so long. Oh, it's a green again. I won't take responsibility for that. You would totally take responsibility for that because I would never have this much. I would even use pork chop. I would technically use chicken because of the chicken shop. Greens up there. You 100% take responsibility for this. I used to have literally over 150,000 chops. Then I gave away like 50K of them. As soon as I log on, just we want to be filled with pork. Yeah, yep. You will be full with pork chops. Sugar box filled with pork chops if you catch the certain people on here. Be wary. There are certain people that just likes to flood your inventory with excessive stuff that they don't need because they have too much of it. This is why we don't taco pork chops. Because you become like me and you become extremely overwhelmed with a choker box of pork chops, and then 2 barrels in my boat is also filled with pork chops. I don't need any more pork chops. As soon as I saw green, my brain just instantly went to tag him with a bow. Why? What was that your first instinct to do? Ah, I forgot to put that back in. I'll just put that there for right now. Yeah, because now I have another sugar box. That came with leather, though. That would have been really useful for Ian. But I'm just not going to tell him about that. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Cause chaos. Nah. Well, yes, one man's trash is another man's treasure, which is exactly what they like to refer to this as. If you start working on something, mysteriously that item that you need will start raining from the sky for some odd reason. Yet nobody will know where it came from. Mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Do 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 doom. Ba-da-dum bum 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 ba-da-dum bum bum. Da-da-dum bum bum. Mm-mm. Do I have? Thank you, Green. Mm-mm. 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 Nice song right now. Thanks. Yeah, I gave you the playlist so you know what the songs are basically now. Mm-mm. Also, why upgrade to netherite? Because I'm too lazy. Plus, in my head, I don't have a reason where I really need to upgrade to netherite. Because I don't do anything stupid where I should probably need netherite. Now, I have netherite and I have as much as I would need for everything, but I just choose not to. And I keep certain tools not netherite so I can know the difference. Like my Silky Smooth pickaxe is the one that's not netherite, and my Fortune pickaxe is the one that's netherite. See? Silky Smooth Spoon is the one that's not netherite. Netherite one is just a regular one. And then I just have the hoe, because I don't really use the hoe often, but I don't have any netherite on it. But I have netherite in my chest. It's in my money chest. See. What was never to never return my hoe? Well, she's randomly streaming like after she gets off work sometimes, so you can catch her then. But unless she streams after work, I don't think her next stream is till Sunday. Pork raining from the sky. Yeah, pork does rain from the sky. Trust me, it does. I've seen it. My trash is also your trash because we get too much. Yeah, and if you need netherite, you could turn the server to hard difficulty and still not die. Well, the thing is, there's people on the world who would instantly just keep dying if I change the difficulty of it, so I do not change it to hard. End up doing another server. I mean, I have 0 deaths and working on maxed out armor. I will never die though. It's on hard mode too. What? Dude, nice. You should start a hardcore series. Sounds like it'll be right up your alley. I die because I don't care. I have a box full. Yeah, here we go. Showing off again. That's because you and Bill both have way too much time to just go and do random things, destroying some part of my world that one day I will see and probably be really mad about, or one day I won't ever see. I have retrieved it. Great. Why did you give Cryptid your hoe to begin with, Green? Oh, hello. Scared the crap out of me. Oh, wait, that long ago? She still had it from then? Wait, Cryptid didn't even have a diamond hoe? I thought Cryptid already had one. Hmm. 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 And one of those. I am on my third set of armor and tools. Oh yeah, have you have you fulfilled back to everything? Like, have you gotten all your stuff back all yet? Kitty. Not a streamer anymore, lol, but I do like doing hardcore mode. It looks cooler now than it did before we mined it. We built a really cool farm in it. Yeah, sure. Sure, you built a really cool farm in it. Whatever you say. The time I crashed into that glass. Are you talking about the grass block over here, but it didn't really kill you? Or did you crash into another grass block that I don't know of? Wait, you guys have a Technoblade area and it's not under constant threat of getting blown up? Yes, because we all respect Technoblade here. We do, we do. There are some areas, well, honestly, blowing up anything is kind of against my rules. Mainly because this server is like, it's my personal world server, but I let other people play on it. And so at least any of my builds cannot be blown up. And I also want them to respect other people's work. But for like future things, if things get worked out or something like that and agreed upon both parties about something being blown up, that's a different story. But you can't just straight up blow up anything. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We funded the diamond sword on the island. It was made of like 200 diamond blocks. I just did that in creative. Honestly, that and the picture was done in creative, mainly because it was for the memorial and it's not, nothing of it is supposed to be taken from it. That memorial is the only time I broke the using creative in the world. I'm so used to toxic people in SMPs. It's where I'm now. Yeah, no, 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 no. Since this is my personal world and this is not just some private, like open world server, it has rules that I have set and people respect those rules or they get banned from the server. That's simple as it is. We all respect each other's builds and properties and tools and everything. Yeah, basically just a few more enchantments. Gave Blitz a bunch of blocks to get back his tools, and he went to the inn, lost all his stuff, wanting to get a gift. Yeah, he told me. He told me before that happened that he was gonna go to the end and try to give me an elytra, and I was like, you do whatever you want to do. I'm not like asking for one. And then after that, that's when I heard that he went and died. Oh yeah, they got blown up twice, and nobody has complained since. But nobody has complained since nothing was built there. Well, that's because aren't you guys like thousands of blocks out? So honestly, I don't know if anybody's ever actually gonna come across it. Which reminds me, I wanted to do something here because I had the idea of like swirling this around up here along the edge of this, and then swirl it around, and then making it connect like right here. Yep. Yeah. Yep. Here you go. Here it is, order. This is our Technoblade memorial stuff. I gotta go look at the freaking beacon. It's not working again. Mm-mm-mm. On the server, they are all sweet and willing to help. The closest we got to toxic is me giving. Yeah, yeah, basically. The most toxic you'll get on here is people giving you too much stuff. Mm. No time to get used to the amount of slurs I've heard literally every day, and like really offensive jokes is freaking insane. Yeah, no toxicity here. We have a calm, chilled, and wonderful community who just all love Minecraft and just want somewhere to play with others. Good thing, and I am all yours. Music plus shards makes me double. Yeah, that's how you reproduce a laze green. Mad, Mad, I have the blade thing is the tattoo I want. Blade, I have the blade thing is the tattoo I want. Way. The blade thing is the tattoo I want. You want this as a tattoo? Honestly, this artist makes really, 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 really cool tattoo designs. Yup. Mirror mode, really. Mirror hotbar is so cursed. Oh, it is. So weird. Also, we have the Hound army up here. They got the bar. It's Steve. Hi, Steve. Nope. Not the dogs. Mm. Is this supposed to be filled with water? Question mark? Okay, yeah, it's supposed to be filled with water. Oh, okay, I see now. Um, hold up. I hate working with redstone. Because of it being in two different chunks, it loads up weird half the time, too. Nope. Okay. I don't have any redstone on me, so I can't take the redstone torch to restart the whole thing. And I'm really just trying to, like, wing it and hope I can time this right, but I don't think I can. Yeah. I'm gonna have to restart the whole thing. Okay. So now I'm gonna need to get a redstone torch. Where did we come in at? Where did we come in at? Where did we come in at? Like, this whole thing, like, general thing was like a really good idea, but the fact that it's in two different chunks means it loads really funky half the time, which breaks it half the time, which is so annoying. Make a stone button. Ooh, I didn't even think of that. Thanks. I didn't think a stone button would work though. I thought I needed redstone. Oh, hi, Green. Green, you wouldn't happen to have wood on you, would you? I don't think I have any wood. Cause do I have any? Thanks. Okay, let's see. Nope, there we go. Now it's fixed. You know, I'm just gonna leave this redstone torch down here. So whenever it gets busted again. Nope. My stone button should work. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I am not one that knows redstone. I follow video and do what it tells me to do. Thank you, Green. There you go. Timing's still a little off because I probably should have messed with it, but it's at least working like I was supposed to. And then we got the bell and everything. And you got the pig. Check. Are you? Oh my gosh, why do I have... Hmm. But yes, I want that tattoo. Yes, I'm pretty sure she says like people can get tattoos of her artwork. Why is she being mean to you, kitties? What do you mean? Kitty's a Sour Patch Kid. Don't worry, after she's done being mean to you, she'll be sweet again. I'm just here for the next 10-15 minutes, okay? I'll be back shortly, okay? I'm helping you. She's chow-splaining. I am explaining how the allays work. And if she's explaining how the allays work, Green, how is that her being mean? She's just trying to explain how the allays work. Yeah, timing's a little bit off. That's because I was messing with it, trying to manually fix it, and I didn't finish fixing it, so oh well. said I was going to look into what I could do, then she gave spoilers. Oh. Oh, Kitty. Oh, if Green said that she was going to look into it, then you went ahead and told her anyways? Oh, shame on you. That is being mean. You ruined the fun for Green. How could you? If I told you the other day when I messaged you 6 a.m. my time, so many spoilers. Are we gonna have to make a rule where you can't spoil things for others? Can't believe you, Kitty. Spoiling things for Green? Told her the other day, she already knew. How do you know I don't hold information? You're so... Oh my gosh, Kitty, I can't believe you did that to Green. All Green wanted to do was learn herself about a lays. Oh. I was not supposed to put the corners. I was supposed to put blocks in the corners. Ooh, let me do that too. Okay. And then it's the next floor. True. Do you have lava that I can have? I have 1 block of lava. Well, no, how much lava do you need? We do have like a little lava farm. Oh, just one. It spawned by my house. There's a cauldron with lava in it. Oh, wait. And come back over here. We must welcome Order. Order has joined. Let's see, you don't hold information. Yesterday at 6:32 a.m. my time, I told her already. Expanded. Whoa, you got 22 now? Interesting skin. So fancy. Fancy skin. Did you see the lava build? Yeah, right here next to my boat. This lava. Hello. Hello. What the? It's a giant pork chop. I didn't even realize. I thought he said it wasn't gonna be built till Saturday. Oh, you just built. Okay. Dang. Well, welcome aboard. Welcome to the server. I guess I would just give you a little tour right now. Oh my gosh. That... okay. Yeah, so... Green, what are you doing? Okay, well, that's Green. Green is catching the lava, apparently. She's eventually going to be on fire, but only time will tell, I guess. But anywho, you like drinking the spicy water? Oh, well, I guess there's plenty to go around. Yeah, I'm coming. Okay, Kitty. Okay, so this is my place order. This is my house. This is my front lawn, basically. Oh, and Kitty's getting on too. So, yep, this is my place. I live on this boat. My only rule is to don't take anything without my permission and do not touch the shiny thing floating at the very top of my boat. Where'd you bring a pirate bird on a boat? Well, I gotta show you that I have a cool boat, okay? Yeah. Yeah. It's my steering wheel. It's circular. But yep. So that's all that we get off of my boat. This is basically where I live. Oh yeah, you're free to use any farms on the server. Just make sure you replant any of the stuff that you take from the farms. Or if you use like any of like the gold or the iron farm or anything like that, just make sure you AFK the stuff back. Let's see. I guess we go over here. Over here, replanting is common courtesy. Yes. It is also one of the main rules. Let's see. Over here, the white building over there is Dyer's Place. It holds the super smelter. So if you ever need to use the super smelter, it's in there. The house over here on the right with the villager, the Greek-looking villager on top, is Green's house. We go over here. Green's house holds the important villagers for trading. So you're free to come in here and use them if mustn't be to get some enchantments. Oh yeah. Also click the button. Click the button. Click the button. The button you're standing on. It holds the entire economy in it, yes. It really does. Yeah, that's Green's doorbell. Ah, the kitty cats. Hey, the kitty cats. Oh, is it because you kept spamming it? I thought she's changed it because, like, the wandering, like, traders, like, set it off or something every time they would come. Hey, Green, you have a cat in here that's not tamed. They didn't know if you wanted it or anything. We go down. Right here. These are all the important villagers are. Oh my god, did you give it a sword? It looks deadly now. They're both deadly. They're armed and deadly. They're all basically named, so you'll be able to find easily who has what. Yeah, but this is where all the economy is, basically. You need anything or need to trade with anybody for certain enchantments, you just read, find said villager, and you can trade. We also usually just throw extra stuff up in here. Do you have a trash can? Green. Green has a trash can, probably. But yep. So this is Green's place. If you ever need lava, Green has lava down here too. See, they don't care. They're like the rich people who just throw away stuff, and you know they're completely fine with it. Yeah. Yeah, onwards, we continue onwards with the tour. You have stuff for order. You have stuff for order. Oh, it's Kitty. Wow, Green. Why are you beating up Kitty? Oh, please don't kill. There goes Kitty. Kitty lives on an island. We will eventually get to her place. So for now, she came to us at least. Might as well just get rid of that for now. She has killed me. You've killed Kitty twice, Green. Oh, it's because she still has it's a beanie, Green. Oh, she's wearing a beanie. I think that's a different. You can't beat her up because she's wearing a hat now, Green. Also, it was thrice PvP. Get to. Okay, well, if you're at least going to fight her, please use the Coliseum. You know, it's never been used, but at least you can battle to the death there. Make some use of it. Please, like, I didn't spend months building it for it not to be used. If you're going to at least fight her. Okay, Order, you know, we're just gonna let them do their thing. Oh my gosh. Also, this is Venice. This keeps raiders from spawning over here. The patrol people, at least. Also, if you go in that direction, there's a nice pillager outpost, so if you ever want to see them, they're over there. We just live with our next door neighbors. This is Green's pet. Yeah, you know, it doesn't surprise me that she probably said that wrong on purpose to tick you off. Mm-mm. Doot. Let's see, okay, so... Herbert's actual name sounds like something else. Ah! Okay. Tree farm right there. There is saplings in that chest. I'll show you where you can get the bone meal to refill it if you need more. Oh, you're right, it's here. Well, that was a short tour. Time for a trip. Have fun with trip. I will give you more tour later. Yuki. I can give you more tour later. Try hard mode. Maybe. I don't know. I stick with the doorbell for now. A farewell pat on the back. Yeah, a gentle pat on the back. At least you didn't use fire. Wait. There we go. Bye, Order. Ow, why did I get hit? Don't put me in the middle of y'all's fighting. Shoot. I'm going back to building. I was on Vision! 2313 sub! Hi! How are you? Welcome, welcome. The girls are fighting. And I'm not trying to be involved in it. We're going back to building. Let the girls fight. Oh, you know, I went all the way over there and I'm pretty sure I needed some more oak logs that I put on my boat and not in these chests. Yes, I did. I did. Only 1 month left and I'm finally a 2-year-old. Yay! You're finally 2. The terrible 2s is what everybody says. Anytime we are together, we're messing around. Anytime you're together, I expect there to usually be death. I am surprised that actually did not end with a death. Yeah, we fight all the time because we hate each other. I mean, I think it's one-sided. I think you don't like Kitty, but Kitty likes you, but you guys fight each other all the time. Yeah, one of you guys hate the other, and so the fighting just kind of happens, but usually it's pretty sure it's just one-sided. I keep her company. You keep her company by, yeah, she just hates normal feeling. Oh, okay. Okay. Having a chill evening, mentally preparing to bake cupcakes tomorrow. What kind of cupcakes? Give me ownership of my company. Give me ownership of my company. Okay. What's your company's name, Green? But I'm glad you're having a chill evening. I am looking at the chop shop. The chop shop is quite interesting. It's a pork chop. Chop shop. Free chops. So many pork chops. Oh my gosh. We're gonna have so much pork chops. Oh, wait, what? Green hates me. She always will. Wait, what? Yeah, wait, what is because she says, you said I keep her company. So you're keeping Green's company. Green says, give me ownership of my company. And so she is keeping my company and it's rude. That is true. You can't keep somebody else's company, especially if it's Green's company. The chop shop has 27 shoker boxes of chops in it. $27 shoker boxes of chops? Why? You know, actually, I'm not even. We're gonna go back to building. After we finish reading this. Green hates me, she always will. Stop being a child. Stop being a child and I'll stop. Hey, that's one of those things where like, oh gosh, I can't even. I'll just let the girls fight. That's all. Just let the girls fight. They'll handle it out one way or another. Strawberry, hopefully she will. Hopefully with some bomb toppings if I can do it. Don't. I didn't do decorating in like 10 years, but you've done decorating before, so it's like riding a bike. Once you get back into it, then it'll be easy. Are you hiding over here? I'm not even. I'm just gonna take my oak and take my oak slabs. Na, 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 na. She totally not hiding, I'm assuming, from green at all. Shop is open. It was most of our spare boxes. You know, good for you. You know, I'm glad that you're able to do something with all your extra pork chops. It will become to good use for people in need who needs food and doesn't have some farm built somewhere. And apparently I've, for the first time ever, set off my Google Home Mini on stream. We will solve world hunger. If only solving world hunger was that easy. We actually are going to AFK at the farm more so we can... Why? Didn't you say you only had to AFK for like 5 minutes? I don't even know if that's really considered having to AFK if you only have to sit there for 5 minutes to have just as much as what you had to begin with. Sure, it's easy. Just don't be hungry. Yeah, see, just don't be hungry. And you won't need 15,000 containers of pork chops. You know, that's a great motto. Why come to us when we can come to you? Never be hungry again. The shop is just for decoration. We actually come to you and bring you the chops. Invading people's homes with food since 1994. Actually, has that ever been a thing? Has invading people home with food ever been a thing? So wouldn't that technically start in 2022? Put all of these away. Because I'm pretty sure that's never been a thing, so you can't start with 1994 though. True. Actually, you guys did start in 2022. So there we go. So that's when it actually started. 2021 is when they actively started raiding people's homes with food. So it has been going strong for at least a year. And we shall say there's not been food hunger at all on the server since then. Olay with swords so cute. Olays are cute and deadly. If they could actually use the swords, like how foxes can when they're like attacking chickens, put fire aspect on it, they would be hella dangerous. When the robber breaks into your home and leaves more money. Also, we did sort to not play the server for like a year, so we haven't been going strong for a year. That's because you gave so much food that it lasts over a year, so you didn't need to, you had no reason to come back just yet. Now that there has been a whole bunch of new people added to the server who have been starting out recently, there has now been a need for food apparently. And you guys have made your infinite return. There we go. When the robber leaves a pizza with pineapple. I was thinking more about Mora's movie tickets. Wait, pineapple pizza is amazing. I literally today made a calzone and it was filled with pineapple and bacon. It was so good. Not ill, amazing. Best pizza combination out there. Oh, there's a 5x5 hole in the middle. Can somebody sleep real quickly, please, and thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am turning the nether mob switch off, so the nether is going to be deadly again. I told you, don't just randomly leave that on. I thought the nether didn't seem deadly at one point. Don't be keeping that on. Unless you're in the nether and using it. Okay. Don't come to the fountain by spawn. Nothing to be seen. That's why the gold farm wasn't doing anything. I was trying to figure that out. Yeah, the builders sometimes turn on the nether mob switch, which caps all of the spawns in the nether and makes literally nothing else in the nether work. Because they be in there destroying whatever part of the nether they're at, and they don't want mobs spawning. That is good, Karina. I'm glad you got their tools repaired, at least now, though. Yeah, well, it's very unfun when a gash spawns and shoots your flying machine. Your flying machine that you have in there breaking my nether. That you're literally just using to basically a world eater to destroy the nether. What was I looking at? This or actually, you didn't legitly buy anything. I'm the one paying for the server every single month, so technically I own it all. Nobody owns anything on this realm. Unless you're forking over some money to also pay for it. That's why it has my rules on it and why you also have to follow my rules. Yep. Okay. Get rid of that because that is actually not the right wood I need. Don't your subs pay? Yes, but the thing is, I have to pay for this every month. And I always don't have $100 to meet the threshold to get a payout every month. So in between all the months, I do have to still technically pay on the server. And so while yes, when I do get the payout, then yes, it does technically pay out. But when I don't get the payout, then I technically have to pay out. That's not where I was supposed to go, I don't think. Oh, yeah, it was. And then... Nope. There we go. Why are you sitting on top of one of the trees fishing in the fountain when you have a whole ocean around you? Make them paying for it. It would be if this was technically a sub server, but this isn't technically a sub server. This is my own personal server. If I made a sub server, then technically the sub money would be going towards paying for it. That's because the fountain's not supposed to be fished in, kitty. It's a fountain, not a fishing area. So yeah, it's probably going to suck. There is a lot of fish at the end because they made a fishing farm at the end. Or an AFK fishing spot. But sub money usually goes towards other things, usually half the time. As in paying for the bills so I can still do stuff like this. Or paying for the games that are used sometime in the giveaways. Paying for the new games that I sometime rarely ever stream because I'm too addicted to Minecraft. Or paying for new features like the Biku bot that I use or the Spotify music that I use every time I stream. I heard I'm pretty sure there's a setting where you can like turn off phantoms and stuff because that's how annoying people found them. And they got to the point where they just literally added that. Mm. Yep. And I'm gonna need more of this if we're doing this all around, or is it just right there? Yep, all the way around. But anywho, I made calzone and pizza today, and I made it was a pepperoni and bacon pizza with like fresh mozzarella. And then in the calzone, I made a Hawaiian calzone basically with fresh mozzarella in it, and it was amazing. I'm slowly getting better of using like pizza dough and or I guess yeast stuff before, and it's so nice. True. Um, you often see two because it's usually you and Build usually on here at the same time. But as far as I remember, Ian says he's out of town this weekend, or I know he's busy right now, so that's why Ian's not on and hasn't been on for a while. I don't think he's free until next week. Cryptid's new job doesn't allow her to play during the day, so whenever she plays, it's usually at night or on her off days. And her off days are Sunday and Monday. And then Alex had a summer job, but Alex then became busy. Well, Alex became busy because of the summer jobs. But I think just recently he finished his summer jobs. But he also says that at this point of time, Minecraft is stressing him out. And so I think he just has a lot on his mind with what he's trying to do with the ICH. So he's been taking a break from Minecraft right now. But I know he'll probably come back sometime. Order's new. So Order works 12-hour shifts. And when he's not working 12-hour shifts, I'm pretty sure he'll have fun not being in a toxic community for once. And then Kitty's always on here all the time whenever she's not doing school stuff. Green gets on here whenever Green feels like it. When she is free and not worrying about moving stuff. And then I know Riley's supposed to get her computer processor today. So she might be able to start playing more on here soon. Olivia's gonna be playing on her soon because as far as I remember, her, Olivia, and Riley are all gonna be playing on here because the Minecraft bug has bit them, and so now they're wanting to get back into Minecraft. So yeah, so surprisingly there might be more people on every now and then. During certain times of the day though only. Week because of school, sometimes towards the evening for 2 to 3 hours, though by Friday and the weekend I'm good phone for a while. Yeah, cryptid. So school people have to worry about school stuff. Means free time in the middle of the week without dealing with the kids. And then weekends having to deal with the kids. I was so confused. I was like, why is that taking so long? And I know only put one person has to sleep no matter how many people was on the server. School is boring, yep, but you gotta do it. Not my problem. I am done with school. Never again. Servants are lagging a bit right now. Yeah, what are y'all doing? I'm just sitting here building at spawn, so. What you got running? What you got doing? Probably having to load 10,000 blocks at the same time. That's actually kind of cool looking. Wait, no. There we go. This weekend is Sunday movies with friends, and the next week, the park I went to just recently, amusement park. Ooh. What movie you watching this weekend? My sister's birthday's on Monday, so I think she's supposed to be coming over, which also, ooh, shoot, that also reminds me. Well, it's only for an hour. I think I can squeeze in an hour stream and it'd be fine. Because I want to do the stream even if it's her birthday. I think I should be fine with doing the hour stream with Taco. And it being a holiday, should be fine. Hot in your riptide. What? You're watching the new Minion movies without us? You're so mean, Kitty. I thought we were supposed to watch the new Minion movie in Discord. I can't believe you. I hope you enjoy the movie, though. Tell us how it is. And if it's worth watching in Discord. What are you watching it on? I didn't even know it was... What is it out on? Ah, you're doing it that way. Okay. We're going to the cinema. Ooh. Enjoy all the buttery popcorn. Enjoy, have fun. Don't worry about us. We'll watch it sometime. And if it was really good, then you wouldn't mind watching it more than once anyways. Because that's how it is about Sing. Sing's just that good, and it was nice to watch it again, even though I had already seen it once. And it was just a really good movie to watch in general. Is it going to properly play and everything? Is it gonna have like subtitles or something on there, or 23? Not having like fancy subtitles or being some weird different language or something, right? No, oh, ew. The gluten allergy is really hell of annoying, I've heard. I'm so sorry that they have that. They're missing out on so much good stuff. Okay. Maybe sometime in the future. I don't know yet. Nor do I have a date set up for when yet. Oh, as I was saying, Wednesday. Um, as I was saying, Wednesday. September is when we're going to start doing a lot of the sub stuff. Not sub stuff, charity reward stuff that you guys earned. And so there are 3 people who get to choose future stream games that are going to happen. First one being next week with Pings, which he picked, what was it? 10-second Ninja X. I don't know what the game is, but apparently he doesn't think I'll be able to like pay attention to actually do what I need to do. But yeah, so that's going to be the first one coming up. Next is going to be Pigeons, which is going to be the 2 weeks after that, if I remember correctly, or maybe 3 weeks after that. Hold on, let me look at the calendar. Yeah, Pings is going to be that weekend. Then, yeah, I think it's 3 weeks after that. So I think it's the 30th when we're supposed to be playing Little Nightmares for the first time. And that's what Pigeon's choice was. And then Mito is the third person who still hasn't decided on what he wants yet. And so there will be basically 3 different streams that won't really be a Minecraft stream. That will most likely be on a Friday. Coming up in the near future. Also, pretty sure we're probably going to go to Costco at some point in September. So the IRL stream I'm supposed to be doing with my friends will be at Costco because that's what they want to do. Will also be sometime in September. I don't know if I'll be able to give a heads up on that, but that will most likely be a weekend thing. So it's going to fall on the weekends regardless. I just don't know, like I said, if I'll be able to give a heads up on when we do that. I might be able to give you a heads up because one of them goes to school, so we have to make sure she can go because I know she really wants to be in it. And so we have to make sure she's like done all her schoolwork before we do this. So it might be a planned kind of thing. So might be able to give you a heads up on that one. And then in October, spooky scary month, pumpkin carving streams. That will be back. I don't know how many we might do. I know for sure that we were doing at least 1. Maybe 2. Who knows? I know my friends want to do a pumpkin carving stream, but I don't know if I would actually like stream that with them and stuff. but also the scary game that we have to play will happen in October because that's when I mean, it just kind of makes sense to do scary stream in October. And for the 8 hour stream or the 500-minute stream, I don't know exactly when I can do that. That's the only one I still haven't really planned, and I don't know when because I don't know what to plan for it. Which that's basically will be the last thing out of this charity stuff that would need to be planned. But everything else has basically kind of been set up. And if you already didn't know, I did do the game giveaway, and Cryptid did win that, and she asked for Stray. So that's what she got. She got Stray. Gets her gluten-free stuff. She spends Christmas with us. Ooh, that has to be fun. Spending Christmas with your friend. Ooh, that reminds me. Next week I gotta go to the airport next week. The things you do for your friends. Freaking hate going to the airport. I have to do that next week to go pick up my friend from the airport from her spontaneous trip that she decided to take. But good for her. She totally needs it and totally deserves it though. So I'm hoping she's having the time of her life there. Also, we might do a stream with her because I know she's been asking about playing games and stuff. Plus, I got her a PNGAvatar that she has yet to use, and I told her if I buy this that she has to use it. So that's gonna be fun. Does her family just not celebrate Christmas? No, that's not a thing for everybody. So, and I know it's like a fun thing to do with people who like don't usually celebrate Christmas because even though, oh yeah, because there's a new experience for people who don't usually celebrate Christmas. Then we come through here and basically do the same thing to the other side. And I'm assuming we do that to all four sides. Are we talking about the same ones that during the ones that you wrapped up the gifts that like you were like zip tied and everything? You know, the one where you were really cruel on the gifts. Is that the friends you had a sleepover with? The girls are gluten allergy one. Okay, so one of them you've already talked about, and the other one is the new one. Oh, okay. I need like this. Oh, the other one was the one planning the big revenge newspaper girl. So you had a sleepover recently with him. At your place or at one of their places? Two. One. Okay, I see, I see. Hmm. And then we take this, do this. Job my grandparents' place. We have 3 spare rooms, so then we have space to hang out in. Was it one of those times when you told me you kept getting when you kept getting kidnapped by your grandparents? I was an Enderman. Get out of here, Enderman. I don't want your grass block near me. Because the moment it gets placed in here, I'm going to be really mad because they'll be able to get out. Which also reminds me, I apparently did not turn back on hostile mobs after I was at the Enderman farm yesterday. Now it's a different time. Green is just crashing into my house and punching me into the water. It's like a younger and older sibling vibes. One of them usually bullies the other one. Have fun. I mean, she's not wrong. It's in her name, so she totally could be a phantom if she wanted to. And what am I to do to stop Dream fulfilling her wish of being a phantom? That would be oh so rude of me to do that. So I'm just gonna let Green fulfill her wish of being a phantom. Okay, so this weekend, the movie night weekend, you're doing Revenge Girl with the newspaper and Revenge Girl with the newspaper and gluten allergy one. And then for the next weekend for the amusement park, you're only going out with the gluten allergy one. No. Oh, newspaper is gluten allergy one? Oh, I did not know that. Okay, so wait, so then it's the other one is Shy, and we called her Shy Girl. I called her Dory because she is forgetful. The other girl is Nemo. Okay. The other girl is Nemo. Okay, so Revenge, Newspaper Girl, Gluten Allergy, and Nemo is who you're hanging out with this weekend. And next weekend you're hanging out with Revenge, Gluten Allergy, Newspaper Girl. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Do, 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 do. No. What? What do you mean? No, I gotta. I'm saying what you said. Gluten allergy is the revenge girl with the newspaper, right? Didn't you say that's who that was? And the other one is Shy Guy that you guys called Dory. And you're hanging out with both of them this weekend to watch a movie. And next weekend, you said you were hanging out with gluten-free, no, gluten allergy newspaper girl. This weekend, Nemo and Dory. Next weekend is, wait. Wait, so then who's Nemo? This weekend, Nemo and Dory. Next weekend is just non-allergy. Wait, is non-allergy girl? She's not newspaper girl. The one with the gluten allergy is newspaper girl. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, okay. Yeah, Dory's shy one. Gluten allergy, newspaper girl, revenge person is this weekend, and that's Nemo. Okay, okay, so shy one and allergy girl, newspaper girl. Yes. Okay. So Nemo and Dory this weekend. And then next weekend is non-allergy girl, which I don't know who that is, honestly. Which one was that one? She was. Oh, Nana. Okay, so you're also hanging out with Dory next weekend? Okay. So is that where I got it confused? I was saying gluten allergy when it's not the gluten allergy one. It's Dory that you're hanging out with next weekend. Okay, so I had it mixed up. Okay. So you're hanging out with Dory next weekend, and Nemo and Dory this weekend, and Nemo is gluten allergy newspaper revenge girl, and Dory is shy girl. Okay. Okay, I got it. I got it this time. And Dory, it was not part of your guys's fun present exchange. And I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. Yes, yes, Shy Guy is twice my size though. Wait, she was there. Wait, so Shy Girl was. Wait a minute. She just keeps throwing in new people that are not new people, but old people because they were there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is this acacia trapdoors? That is acacia trapdoors. My wings and fly. You? Guys was barking in his sleep. Welcome back. Wait, so Dory was part of you guys' evil present exchange? Ooh, okay. Okay, okay, I see. Literally smallest and tallest is you. She sent me. Oh wait, no, she's not the one that you were saying like pushed you and you went sliding across the floor, right? Yeah, you told me about that. So that's Dory? Oh, wait. But I thought you said that she was shy. Hmm. I've actually, with both of them. So were you finding Dory? Oh my gosh, Green. Oh my gosh, really? I feel like I could spread my wings and fly. That's right. Slab. Oh, it's okay. There we go. I was not thinking of that, Green. Obviously not. I knew the joke was there, but I refused to make it. She's very shy when she's not with me or Nemo. But when she's with us, she isn't shy at all. Oh, true introvert right there. True introvert. When we get with people that we're actually comfortable with being, we are not introverts at all after that. What do you mean? How? Oh, I actually do have leaves. Never mind. You roast her. She is not shy with me. Does she roast you for being a kid? I mean, aren't they both technically kids? She's younger. Wait, she's younger than you, but she's taller than you? You're short. You're really short. Wait out. Okay, repeat, mine, retreat. Retreat. Pain. If I want to break up, please don't worry about a thing. I mean, I feel like I've already had this whole conversation with her, but I just don't remember. Pretty sure I'm supposed to have. I don't have shears on me. Hey, Green, you have some shears on you. Thank you. Whoever also slept. Because I forgot to install a lightning rod over here still. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, some down there. Whoa. That was a speedy landing. Half a year older than both of them. You're half a year older than both of them. Oh, so you're not even that much older. He is Dutch. Dutch people tend to be 1.58 to 1.90 to 2 meters. I am 1.52. Oh, okay. I see now. And there, I must have forgotten the one sec. Okay. Thank you. So you're just naturally short. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, kitty. And Portuguese, they are on average 1.60 female. Now, Dutch females are roughly 1.75 to 1.80. And now I'm going AFK here because I have to go pee. But I wanted to help with that first. Thank you. You go pee. Mm. Can you make ferns? Can't you make ferns taller? I don't think placing more than one makes them taller, but I think. Is it bone milling that make them taller? I think it is. That is interesting. I learned something new today. Kitty will always be forever shorter than her friends because of what she is. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Kitty, that you have to be short. Now, I miss hanging out with Cryptid and Ian. So sad. Why is the time conflict? I also tend to have darker skin that can go very dark. Hmm. What time is it? It is 4. Hold up. I need to do something real quickly. Uh. Mother can be very dark. Wait, really? Wait a minute. Hmm. I'm thinking. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just thinking. Should make that tinted glass actually. Oh, how did we get? Oh, okay. Apparently, glow squid have been spawning in here and dying. Well, nothing to be ashamed of because of your genes. That is actually really cool to learn, though. I have learned a lot thanks to you. That I am taller than Kitty. And that's all that matters because she'll never get taller than me. That's all I need to know. So thanks for being the highlight of my day. That's how you make them taller. Okay. My little brothers are half Dutch, half Portuguese. The youngest is basically how I am, but the oldest is like his father. So he is tall. He reaches my elbow. I decided to get a sandwich while I was up. Ooh, what kind of sandwich did you get, Green? Well, I am never meeting you. How do you know that? Or are you just going to refuse to meet me? Like, if I take the time to go out and go over there and you just choose not to meet me, that's being mean. E. I give you E. Because you're being mean and refusing to want to come and meet me if I go out there. Which is mean by itself. Hot ham and cheese. Hot ham and cheese is the only way to have ham and cheese. Where the cheese be nice and melty. Take my kindness, go across the pond in case like I'm not meeting you. And then I just go back across the pond crying. I just cry and weep. There's nothing wrong with that. The green says, there's nothing wrong about being short. My bestest friend in the whole wide world is shorter than me. She makes the perfect armrest for me. And she hates when I do it. But I can't help it. She's like the perfect height for me to do it. See. Oh, you had hot honey ham. I thought you meant like you like warmed up the ham to make it like not cold. No, kitty, no. Don't take it like that. You're fun size. You're amazing. You get to be able to not, you'll be able to be like, do things that taught people regret having to do half the time. Well, Doria's literally tripped over you. Oh my gosh, now that's bad. I can't say I've tripped over my friend now, but that's bad. Yeah, nothing to be ashamed about because of your size, okay? Short people are cool too. That'll open our eyes, yeah. Green's telling the truth. That'll open our eyes. You're not that short. There is this one great thing about being small. Clothes fit for years. Literally, yeah. See. There are good things with being small. You don't have to buy a new pair of pants every few months because of freaking being tall. They're not long enough, and if they're too short, they look weird. How's your island coming along, Katie? Have you picked a location for it yet? Or have you even like started on it yet? Or are you still doing like the creative process of it in a creative world? Incoming message. Haven't started yet on the RAM, so need to work on it in the creative world. Key. Do you already like have a general idea of where you're going to put it? Oh yeah. Fishing can be really OP. You can get a whole bunch of good stuff fishing, but it can be really boring by yourself. So glad we can keep you company during your fishing. One, two, three. Iron. And bone meal. Why do you... When are you ever going to use 12 saddles? You are never going to use 12 saddles. This is nice. We have to do this on all other sides now. Also, the people in my class are horrible. At least the girls are. Literally, all the girls are mean. Can confirm. Sadly, that it does seem to be a truth. We should be sticking together, but all we do is tear each other down. Does understand that we got your back, and whatever they say isn't true, anyways. You be better than them, anyways. That's all that matters. Did I do this on the other sides? I have not. So we got been no kitty. You do not deserve to have an anxiety-filled week. I am so sorry you had to deal with that. Yeah, they're not important. That's all that matters. It's that bad. You're too sweet of a person to have to deal with that kind of stuff. You should not have to deal with that. School shouldn't have to be a stressful place for you to get a higher education. Four years. 4 years. That is horrible. Like I said, I'm so sorry you have to deal with that. Oh, Green, did you not turn that off? You can technically turn that off. I saw your messages fine. The only message that gets censors for me now are the ones from freaking Kitty, which are really bad when they get censored. Because I don't ever understand her messages after that. Yeah, your message came through just fine for me. Maybe it technically hit it from Kitty. Because Kitty's account is technically a kid's account. Different classes have Dory and I am anxiety. But how many classes do you have altogether? Censor your word age. Bum 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 bum. Little poop stink, but I am not sure on the top of my head. Wait, you're not unsure how many classes you have? But math I have without her, and during that whole lesson I don't peep a single word. Well, I mean, as long as it's not hopefully affecting you actually learning the stuff. Hopefully. Hmm. At art class, I had to work together with someone. I ended up just reading a book until we were done with the thing. I couldn't work with anyone. I'm unable to look anyone in the eyes, never mind working with them. I mean, I know I struggle with looking people in the eye too. So at least my workaround is to look at something else on their face, like either like their mouth or their nose. Something that's like close to the eyes, but not really the eyes. But that's like the best I kind of can say with that whole situation. Or like maybe like just off past to side of their head or something. Like I also struggle with looking people in the eye too. I understand that one. That's a tough one to deal with. Like a booger hanging out of their nose. Yeah, all green. No, 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 no. Some things are just hard to do, and eventually you will slowly be able to overcome that fear of doing it. But it takes a lot of work of doing it, and willing to at least attempt to try to do it to try to get better at being used to it. Like if I am in classes where I feel great because I have somebody I trust, and when you're not, you don't because the fear of something happening that you don't know if it really will happen because of not wanting it to happen. Where did I put acacia wood at? There it is. Mm-hmm. Or no, I made one too many. Well, I mean, I cracked one too many, is what I mean. Mm, just ignore them. They're horrible people, not worth your stress or time of the day that they cause you. All you have to do is get through your day, think about getting to see Dory the next class, and try to keep them out of your mind, or else they win, and that's a horrible situation to have them win. Well, they don't deserve that pleasure at all. That's pain or suffering that they're causing you. Mm. We don't talk about me. Uh, uh, uh. We don't talk to anyone besides. Hey, nothing wrong with that. I literally only talk to my coworker friends and my one IRL, and my one other best friend. Did I go one too far? No, I didn't go one too far. Boys I trust. One of the boys I've known when I was 7. The boys are very friendly, which is quite surprising because usually it's like, I don't know, in my opinion, it's usually like boys are not the nicest. But I guess it also comes to like certain things. Like my thing was boys were not nice to me when I was like always into video gaming and stuff. Because, you know, that wasn't a girl's thing. That was a boy's thing. So I stuck with the few girls that did enjoy playing video games. On the way down. Meet you on the way down. Okay, we left up the school. Funny to hear react. Well, see, it's different now. Back then, you weren't supposed to bring a laptop to like middle school. Well, I guess more like, yeah, middle school, which is technically more not around what your age is. So you weren't technically supposed to be bringing a laptop to school. But I know, like, I would sometimes bring, like, I know I wasn't supposed to, like, bring my Game Boy Color with me to school. And I know they will always talk about it. Middle school and high school, but hey, doesn't matter. I don't need them. I got people who do appreciate girls gaming. And don't be trying to gatekeep gaming and saying it's only a boys thing. Two on the way down. That's not. Oh yeah, cause you have that mentality of, at least if it's almost like the same kind of mentality I have, that I don't speak unless I have, at least I don't speak unless spoken to, and I don't speak unless I have something to say to you. If it's to somebody I'm not like, that I'm not commonly want to talk to. Is that like you have the same mentality like that? I don't speak unless spoken to because I don't speak. No, I don't speak unless spoken to if I have anxiety. Okay, and if you don't have anxiety, you freely speak. I don't. If I don't have anxiety, and I know most of the people I will engage couple. Okay, so similar but different. Yeah, I'm more like working on it with like the streaming stuff, with trying to be like talking more. But my thing is, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter unless I'm like with my friends. But if I'm with my friends, I will speak to them freely. I'm like basically like an extrovert when I'm with people I'm comfortable with. But outside of that, like even when I go bowling and stuff, people that have like watched me growing up, I still have that same mentality of I won't really speak to somebody unless spoken to, or unless I have something I kind of want to say. Other than that, I don't really say anything. And that's just a me kind of thing. I am not a very social person at all. Like part of it's like anxiety, part of it is just I just don't like doing it sometimes, and I'm trying to get better at it, and that's why I'm doing like the streaming stuff, which is getting me out of my comfort zone. Because it's like I try not to go like long periods of time of not saying anything, because I can't. I can literally just sit here and not say anything and be fine. But I know that's not what you're supposed to technically do. Because I know that's something I do. I do it all the time IRL, and my mom hates me when I do that. And I usually get in trouble a lot of the time for doing it like that because people think of it being rude. But I mean, at the same time, I'm like, I don't have anything to say to you, so why am I going to waste my breath trying to make up something that I have nothing to say about? Hmm. Guess I know we haven't gotten insecure about talking because I have lost friends by being social. Yeah, that can do it too. That is true. That can totally do it too. Oh, it's a green. Green's hiding in a tree. Hi, green. Okay. And then come down here. Well, I honestly wouldn't have even noticed you because until I went into F5. Other than that, I would not have most likely probably noticed you. And that was about 5 minutes ago. Yeah. Because I was just working along the edge and I didn't have no reason to be in F5. I just went to F5 honestly just to see how the edge looked and make sure I didn't miss anything. So very good hiding spot. Very good. But it was 3 months, well, roughly. I had a rough falling out with some Discord friends. Not this year, but more so last year, which has like did some like social damage when it comes to me asking about playing games with other people and stuff like that. And so now it's a big reason on why 90% of the time I'm usually streaming by myself or in voice chat by myself because of that whole situation has made it really, really, really tough for me to ask others about if they want to play or if they want to play a game or if they want to like join VC and talk and everything or and stuff like that because of that whole entire situation. It's made it really tough for me. And so that's why a lot of the times it's just usually on the Wednesday and Friday stream, it's usually mainly just me, unless we're playing a different game. And Monday and Tuesday streams are always with Taco because that's something Taco started and I joined him. So that's why we're always playing with Taco and Ray Ray and Signature Monday and Tuesday. And Wednesdays and Fridays is usually just me. And if Cryptid or Ian is streaming, I mainly kind of join their stream, but I don't usually join VC because of that whole entire situation. But I will join in with hanging out with them sometimes. But I have gotten better where I have like joined the VC with them. But it's still like a struggle to do. Hmm. I mean, if you ever want to join VC or game or whatever, just let me know. As long as it's a Friday or Saturday, I'm always there. I know I likely wouldn't be at the top of your list on who you want to ask for that, but I always be free to join if I am able to. So if you ever need anybody, I'm usually free. Thanks. I know you guys would be there for me. It's just that's like something that brings me anxiety is just having to ask. And so that's like one of the things I have to like try to work on doing because I get anxiety from having to ask about that. Green told me recently that she tends to be rather lonely, so I asked her often if she wants to VC and play sometime. Same way I do it for Green, I would do it for you. Oh, Green. Oh, you do love Kitty. I knew all that hate was a lie. I knew you cared for her. You can't act like that, you don't. Yeah, Green, I knew it. You try to act tough, but you really do enjoy hanging out with Kitty, don't you? Nice to see that you really do actually enjoy hanging out with her. I did not mean to grab that. Oh, Kitty's message got censored. I don't know what it was said. I mean, something something for 4 days in a row playing games for 3 hours. Then she went into the moving process. What was the 2 words in between I mean and 4-4? Because that was censored out for me. You VC'd and wow. That's actually hella funny. I love when it just censored out words that shouldn't be censored out. Hold up. I want to see something. Night. I'm trying to even think of what it could have thought it would be flagged there. I know Kitty had sent some message. It wasn't like nothing. It was nowhere near anything bad at all, and it got censored out. And I was like, what in the world was this message to be censored out for any reason? Like some of the words that are censored out are really stupid. I typed night because somebody told me that night was censored out, and I wanted to see. I just after her telling me about being lonely, I wanted her to not be lonely, so I wanted to keep her company. Green, why'd you type number signs all the way through your message to make it seem like it got censored out? Because I could. Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like, it sends it, when the message gets censored out, it sends it in a different color. That's how I knew it wasn't censored. Yeah, I must say, every time Kitty sends a message and it gets censored, it comes out in yellow. Was it an actual message, or did you actually just... Never mind. That answered that question. Green's hashtagging everybody. I like hanging out at VC too, but hanging out at VC is still sometimes a scary thing depending on who it's with. Like, I can hang out in VC with all my coworkers, which I am which are also my IRL friends, and that's fine. But depending on certain like gaming people, it's still like nerve wracking for me to like hang out in VC because I'm just bad at talking. That's also like one of the reasons why when we watch movies, the Discord channel for it is muted. It's not muted because I find that, nobody talking during the movie would be the best part. It's more I have it muted because I don't have to worry about having to actually talk. And so, because they added the new like voice chat, the voice chat where you can be in voice chat and there's a specific chat just for the voice chat. Because they added that, it just makes it 10 times better. But that's why I just kind of leave it muted. It's one less anxiety thing I gotta worry about. Mm, things. I was like, yeah, this would get censored for sure. But I wanted to fully censor it. The second one, I was just spamming. Yeah, you were just spamming the second one. Okay. I usually hang out in public VCs in a server with over 15,000 members. And it totally shows that you totally would do that. Where did I? Thought I needed this somewhere, but I guess I did not. I said to anyone, if you want the VC or play something, I am always fine with it as long as I am free to do it. Don't worry, I will keep all of this in mind, and someday it will happen. Don't worry. Boom, 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 boom. Finish it going all the way around. Now green is just sending random messages. Not even gonna lie now. I'm out of oak leaves almost. All your messages are random, but they're still meaningful. There was a VC that had 4 people, and it would take me 5 minutes to click the join button. Then I would sit there shaking. So 15K, no thanks. Yeah, same. Even with 4 people, it would take me longer than 5 minutes to actually click on that. 15K, I would never join. And if I did, I would never unmute. I thought these were oak. I didn't mean to grab acacia leaves. Thought I grabbed oak leaves. Fudge. I wonder why I wasn't stacking. Even in a 15K member server, it rarely has more than 10 users in VC. Also, I know most of the active people there. I'm literally the most popular person in the Discord. Wow. But over here just flaunting it. Yeah, the floating squids are still a thing because of the soul sand that's in the water. There we go. Aww. Cosmo is. Yeah, Cosmo's actually got up. He was snoring earlier while he was sleeping. But I do remember hearing him earlier actually get up and leave. Boy, yeah, I know that what causes it. I just haven't seen it happen in a while, so I thought 1.19 patched it. I don't feel like 1.19 would patch something like that. Bear was going nuts earlier. Why was Bear going nuts earlier? Was it raining? I don't see floating squids being an issue. It's odd seeing floating squids. So true. Dogs are the only friend that will never backstab you. True on that one. And then this is actually supposed to be Lily of the Valley. And then I'm pretty sure then I've hit everything. How are you oh, I guess you are just fishing. I'm like, how are you playing with Bear laying on you? But that makes sense. Technically, we've done all of that. And then we just need to do Dark Oak stairs along the top. And I need nether moths for a bit. I need them indefinitely. Infinitely and indefinitely. Stairs. There we go. Use this. Give me that. This. And then we do this. There we go. Almost done, almost done, almost done, almost done, almost done, almost done, almost done. We are halfway through the video. And we have achieved a lot. It's actually, you know, if you don't worry about the opening on the top and you just look at this actually looks really nice. Oh shit, that's no. Grab this. You need to look when I can. Yeah, you know, I wouldn't want to take you away from your precious fishing. I would never want to do that. Have you changed your color palette at all for... Well, I mean, Kitty, you can walk through the nether because the nether is now basically 100% safe as long as you do not walk into the lava. Just don't walk into the lava and you will be fine in the nether. You won't have to worry about trying to fly and not crash into anything. Okay. One, two, one, two, one, two, three. 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh, Bear went to curl up in the bed again. He's just staring at me thinking about if he should come back. Aw, he's longing to come back to you. And you're like, I'm just trying to play block game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. One, two, three, four, 5. Is andesite always had like this weird looking texture on it? Looks like almost like an eyeball for some reason. Wait, what did that say? Dark oak stairs. Oh, okay. He's just sleepy. He's like, your arm is moving too much for me to sit here and relax. Stop moving your arm. I just want to lay on you. I would say the only time that Cosmo ever like sleeps in my bed now is when my parents are gone and he's like, he thinks that nobody's here but me. And so he doesn't want me to leave him. And so he lays in my bed so I can't leave him. Teddy, Candy, and Angel. I remember. My arm was still wasn't. Oh, he said your arm wasn't comfortable enough. He demands a comfier arm. I'm just trying stuff with that build to show. I am just trying stuff with that build. I'll show when I have it done. Yes, yes. The you mean like you're still trying to decide what color to use? What color palette to use for it? I would go for a purple color palette with like andesite, not andesite, with amethyst. That's what I meant. The crystals. You feel alright. Teddy's laying spread out on a pillow. Angel is curled up next to Teddy, and Candy is laying on her side. Aww. It just sounds so cute. Mm-mm. 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 Note stairs oriental. Yeah. And then copy this. Ooh, okay. And little bear is in his bed next to me. So you have Bear's bed in your room? Or like what is their bed situation? Like do they all have their like own bed or they just sleep like wherever? I mean you feel alright. Mm-mm. 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 Wait. Yeah, okay, so it is supposed to be like this. I am sitting downstairs. Okay, so do they all have a bed downstairs? We have one big bed. If they want, they could all be in it at once. Then they have two small beds on the floor. They have beds in both of their crates, and then there's a bed on the couch for them. A bed on the couch. Interesting. One, two, one, two, one, two, three. One, two, one, two, one, two. You have a lot of beds, but it makes sense for having four dogs. So all the beds stay basically on the main floor. You don't have any like in your room or anything. Because I know we have like a little bed. Well, it's not little. We have a bed in like the living room for Cosmo. Then we have a bed in my room, and then we have a bed in my parents' room. But 9 times out of 10, you can find them in the bed in my room. Too far. Nope, no dogs allowed upstairs. Hmm. Well trained. Only in the crates, yeah. Nah, Cosmo was too cute, and we couldn't resist letting him sleep in the bed. He only sleeps in me or my sister's bed. He doesn't sleep in my parents' bed. Sometimes we're like messing around, we'll like throw him up there and he'll lay up there, but he doesn't ever like stay up there like he would in our room. Oh wow. No wonder why I'm hungry. I'm like, man, I'm like really hungry. I feel like I just ate before I started stream. I didn't realize it was 5 o'clock already. Um, let's finish this last thing and then I'll probably get off. It did not feel like it's been 3 hours. I'm not even gonna lie. Together in there, create the downstairs. My brother keeps showing up and talking to me and distracting me. I haven't been paying attention to what's happening. It's okay, Green. We're talking about the dogs. Gate between the kitchen and the living room from when we still had the walk wire, and the gate is still there, so they can't go into the kitchen. Hey, that's a good thing because shoot, you don't want to step on them. Um, it's not the same height. Oh, that's a slab. I don't have any on me. So that makes complete sense. Our opening to our kitchen is way too big, so we can't keep Cosmo from going in there. And so a lot of the time, sometimes Cosmo gets stepped on. But he learns real quick to make sure he's not underneath our feet. Also, when if you're ever on when order gets on, show them what it's like. Show them how it feels to be in a non-toxic community. Because I think he's saying this is his first time actually playing on a server that's not toxic. So make his welcome feel really warm. Because nobody deserves to have to like play on a toxic server just to play with other people. Wait a minute. Oh, help them out if they need it. Maybe look around with him where he could build a base. I'll invite them over to my place. I already know what kind of base he wants to do, so honestly, he might build a base somewhere over here or on the other side of Ian's because he wants to make a treehouse. So he's probably gonna make like a base somewhere over here near, like at least somewhere over here with all the trees. And the reason why we lose. Yeah. And like I'm not gonna like the area technically behind me underneath the moon base is all like Ian's because of that giant freaking library he has underneath. So I don't want him to like build it over there and risk digging down into that. So I'm more gonna steer him if he wants trees over here or across the river next to like the quartz house. Because I know both of those are free. There we go. And that's probably where I'm gonna cut it for right now. I can feel you when you're not around. When the night gets cold. We won't be alone. Done. Hello. Hey, Phantom. Is that a dino nuggie on the dog's head? Yes, it is a dino nuggie because in this stream, we worship the dino nuggie. The dino nuggie is a reward for whoever is the first person to enter and redeems the first. So they get to be the dino nuggie of the day. The dino nuggie of the day for today is Kitty. Yoop. But welcome, welcome. I'm hoping you're having a lovely Friday. We have achieved a lot today. Like in this corner here, I completely missed your message on that. If corner, you mean like this random open dark field area? Yeah. Okay, I see you. Yeah, over here. Like all of these, this area is like all open, all the way up to that mountain right there. So if he wanted to build like a treehouse anywhere over here, he could. Or over on the other side of the quartz house. But I don't know if he wants to be that close to the pillager outpost area. Yes, I am. I hope you are too. Thank you. How are you doing? But yeah. Or if he wants to be on the other side over there in the birch forest, which I don't know why anybody would want to live in a birch forest, they could. But I mean, hey, they can if they want to. You got gold shoes on. Too bad that won't work in the nether. Pig, I'm pretty sure piggins will still attack you. This way. Over here. We've done so much. Oh, it's green. Hello. Green, you've just made them even deadlier. You gave them diamond swords? Are those enchanted? You gave them enchanted diamond swords? Wait, would they pick up diamond swords or would they have to pick up diamond swords with the exact same enchantments on them? What the heck? You know, I'm glad. Oh, well, there goes your sword. I don't think you're getting that back, Kitty. You know, that would be an amazing thing to like troll people with. If somebody just like accidentally like fumbles a lot and push Q and drop their stuff, if you just have a lays that like are holding that particular item that they drop a lot, you would just be able to pick it up all the time. Oh my gosh. This is awesome. It is. This is amazing. Please don't stab me with the sword. Wait, wait, wait. You're dancing with the sword. They're so cute. And yeah, Green, I know they don't attack, but it's just funny that if they did, that would be a really scary thing. I can summon Vexes now. Oh. You can summon the friendly Vexes. Peachy and Blueberry. You're eventually just gonna have all the fruit randomly show up. You're gonna have a whole fruit basket of Lays. Oh, that's not well lit. I'm gonna have to put a torch over there. Not die. I got my 3 originals that... No. I got my 2 originals that I found and brought them all the way back over here and then put them in my boat. That is all that I have. What do you... Agreed. I have pickup priority. It doesn't matter how close you stand. I'm going to pick it up because I was on the server before you. Yep. Unless you give the allays like one of the things that I'm doing. You. Oh, you're just being on it? You're being green on a box. And then green on my endo chest. On a box. On a box. On a box. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, green, they don't follow you if you don't give them. Oh, oh, never mind. I'm not. Nope. I ain't putting my ender chest down now. Hey, kitty. Oh. You should drop your diamond sword again. Oh no, you should give him a pork chop. Give him a pork chop, Green. Yeah, give him a pork chop. Glad I can find a way to get rid of this now. Oh, look at all these pork chops over here. Ah, glad I can get rid of this. There you go, Green. Why does it sound like they're like singing when they give you the stuff? My plan worked, kitty. Look at all the pork chops. Oh, I guess that's one way to get rid of the pork chops. Oh my gosh. Now, this is when I run away because I don't want the pork chops back. And Speaking of pork chops, I am hungry, so I am actually about to end stream soon. You, you can go drop it off at the chop shop that has 27 sugar boxes filled of pork chops. Cause you know we're so going to run out of pork chops that we need 27 sugar boxes full sitting at spawn at the chop shop. Yo, Green, do butchers trade cooked pork chops? I know the fishermen trades not like raw. I know they trade like cod, and I know I've been using them to get fast emeralds from the I am here. One, where'd the third one go? Oh no. The third one broke loose. Where did they go? No. Who do I have? I have Aria and Ali. So LA, where's LA? No. Wait, how did they get out? They should have even been able to get out. Oh, well, one of my LAs apparently has gone rogue. If you see an LA holding a cookie, it's mine. But I literally have no clue where they have possibly gone. Wait. Yeah, I have no clue where they've gone. What do you mean? Hello. Yes and no. For some odd reason, your counterpart has disappeared, and I do not know where they have went. Nor do I know why the leads keep becoming invisible. Well, I'm gonna have to build a house for you guys soon because I can't have you guys just randomly disappearing like this. And then your internet cuts out. It doesn't matter. I'm about to get off anyways, Kitty, so. Don't be mean to Kitty Green. Oh well. Well, one of mine has seemed to yeeted itself from the existence. And I do not know how. And we'll get some cookies for you guys. Hold up. Where's my cookies at? There they are. They are so cute, but I don't want them always following me. Hmm. I don't know what happened to the other one. It's so upsetting. Yeah, thanks for the stream. I had fun. It's always a lot of fun hanging with you guys. Where's my LA at? It just seems to be gone from existence. It's so upsetting. Alright, well, I guess I'll just have to make another one, but still, it's not gonna be the same. Okay, yeah, we get off. I'm too hungry. And sad now because for some reason one of my LAs has disappeared. Stay home and play games. Yep, that sounds. It is possible for them to go invisible. Wait, that's a possibility. How do they go invisible? Wait a minute. You know, I think I might have seen something about that on Twitter. Bad connection. Wait. So if I log back on, would it be there? No. Okay. Well, that's so stupid. Yeah, Green, they are able to be bred. That's just stupid that they go invisible because there hasn't, it shouldn't be allowed to go invisible. It had a name tag on it. I don't understand how it disappeared. It was literally on a lead inside my boat, so it couldn't get away. But yeah, I'll just have to breed one of the ones I already have. What was its name? What was that one? The other one's a lay. It was Ari. Yeah, Ari, because the other one's Aria. So yeah, it was Ari, and she had a cookie. I gave her a cookie. How could she have left me? I gave her a cookie and everything. Um, okay, let's see. Today is Friday. We haven't visited Osaka in a while. And you know, Osage's always doing Let's Paint Friday. Where if you want, you can always you can add like your you can always tell her what something you want to add to the art that she is drawing at the moment. So let's see, what is she drawing? What is Usagi drawing today? Um, Nightmare Fuel as always. Let's paint. Ooh, that's actually kind of cute. Looks like a oh it looks like a I can't think of what the animal is. I thought it has like a raccoon tail. Lemur, I'm thinking maybe? Maybe I'm thinking of a lemur. Um, Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It actually kind of looks kind of cute, even though it's nightmare fuel. But it's probably not gonna end up be. It's probably gonna end up being like crazy afterwards. But either way, yeah. End of the stream. I will be back maybe Monday. Monday's a holiday, which I kind of forgot, and it's also my sister's birthday. So I'm not 100% for sure, but if I am, it will be at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, as always, with Taco and the Fellows. And then if you can't catch the evening streams, our regular time stream will be back Wednesday with more Minecraft. But apparently OBS came out with an update, so I need to do that, but I'm also too afraid because I don't want to break anything and not be able to fix it. But other than that, hope you all enjoy the stream. As always, I hope you all have a great day, night, evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you guys for just like getting to chat about like certain things. It was nice. It's nice to just like get some things out that you just never talk about with other people who also kind of understand. But either way, like I said, thank you all. I appreciate you guys so much. I love you all. And bye, bye, bye. Agreed, yes. Oh, you guys enjoy Usagi's stream. She is a VTuber, as if you did not know, it's VTuber Takeover Week. So I'm gonna send you guys to another VTuber. And make it this long-winded. It does